Hey guys, what is up? It is me, Pagey, here once again with another video on the DC TV stuff, obviously the Arrowverse, because we got another trailer for Crisis on Infinite Earths. This should be the final one outside of little maybe TV spots, which I don't think would show too much. But let's just watch it. I'm not going to waste any more of your time.
The multiverse. Every existence multiplied by possibility and spread out in infinite measure. Now there is a malevolent force at work, one driven by a singular goal, the destruction of all there is.
There's a wave of antimatter sweeping across this universe, destroying everything in its path. I brought you all to Earth 38 because this is where the Monitor wants you to make your stand.
Right, so we are going to need a bigger team.
You want some help?
The entire universe needs you.
Across space and time exist 7 heroes who can save the multiverse.
I'll find them. You are Clark Kent, right?
Bruce? Kate.
We need your help to stop this antimatter wave.
All right, then Flash.
Oliver! It is time! Has the planet been evacuated yet? Not entirely. Then it's not time!
One thing is certain. Everything we know, everything there is, and everything there ever was, is doomed.
So, wow. Holy wow. That's probably the best way to put it. This was made separately from the people who have made the other trailers, you know, the TV promo stuff. This was made by the actual editors of the episode, so that's why this might seem a bit more, I don't know, cinematic and just, I guess, more put together like a proper trailer. Almost like a movie trailer almost. If it seems different and you're noticing that, that's why, because it was actually made by the editors of the actual episode. But of course, we're going to break it down, but throughout the episode, or throughout the video, might I say, let me know all of your various thoughts in the comment section down below. What was your favourite part? What gets you excited the most? Any theories you might have as well. And of course, if you're going to enjoy the video and you know that trailer got you hyped, drop a like on the video, man. Show your support through that. The multiverse. Every existence multiplied by possibility and spread out in infinite measure. Now there is a malevolent force at work, and one driven by a singular goal, the destruction of all there is. Now, this is the opening monologue from the Monitor in the trailer, but it also might be the opening monologue from the Monitor for the entire crossover. This is a possibility. Now, from memory, this isn't the opening of the comic story. Like, the comic story sort of talks about like how the multiverse began, I think, from memory. Now, this is something like that, I guess, but it's almost talking about the end rather than the creation. But this isn't like talking about like, oh, like, you know, the last thing, like if the multiverse is destroyed. This isn't referencing that. Like, this is like setting it all up. So this might be the opening monologue from the trailer or from the actual crossover. Sorry, it's hard to tell. I guess that's for us to wait and find out. Now, the first shot of like an actual, you know, character or characters in the trailer is that of Oliver and his daughter Mia. Now, I'm pretty sure this is from the Flash episode because Oliver's wearing the same sort of outfit that he's wearing in the promo images for the Flash episode. So that's most likely what, you know, this is coming from. Now, important thing to note, the Flash episode is the last one before the break, so there's meant to be like cliffhangers or at least a big, you know, single cliffhanger. And this looks to be an emotional embrace, so make of this what you will. Maybe this is Oliver saying his final goodbyes. Maybe Oliver's got to make the ultimate sacrifice now. You know, I won't come to any final conclusions here, but you can make up your own mind there if you want to. Now, there is a shot of a speedster running through Central City. A lot of people are saying, oh, look, there's the Flash running. Good on him. How cute's that? However, it's not a single speedster. If I pause it, hopefully at the right time and show you the screenshot, there's two. Now, there is one with an orangey yellow lightning, you know, which is obviously synonymous with, you know, Barry Allen, the Flash, but there is one with red lightning. Obviously, there has been the questions raised about Reverse Flash in Crisis, so is this Barry chasing him? I mean, we know that Barry's meant to chase Reverse Flash somewhere in Crisis, you know, based off the old newspaper. The red is slightly ahead of the, you know, color that, you know, Barry's lightning would normally be, so that's what's going on here. Or it could simply be the Earth 90 Flash, and And our Barry Allen, maybe they made the Earth 90 Flash look red, like a red streak. The other possibility is that this is old footage. There is other old footage used in this trailer, I'm not going to lie. Not much, but there is some shots. So if there is other old footage used, then this could be old footage as well from a previous season of The Flash. But because they don't do close-ups, you can't tell if it's Barry's new suit or anything like that. So, I know. I guess it raises the chances to reverse Flash, but don't say it's 100% confirmed because this could be old footage. Now we do see Earth 38 with the Catco building, that just to show that it's Earth 38, and it looks very eerie. That's probably the best word to use. And then we go inside the DEO, and like I said, was probably going to be happening in the previous trailer we got, or in the crossover from the previous trailer we got. We can see that Argo has been destroyed, which is the planet where Clark, Lois, and Baby John Kent would be at the beginning of the crossover, but they'll probably get away in time. Well, they obviously will get away in time. But who knows what the fate of Kara's mother, Allura, will be. She will be in the crossover. Erica Durance will be reprising her role as both Allura and the Smallville Lois Lane. So this episode could be a bit of a triggering one for Kara because, well, Argo's going to be destroyed. We know that. And as for Earth 38, well, we'll come back to them in a bit. But as we do here in the trailer, we have Harbinger, or Lila Michaels, explain there is this wave of antimatter sweeping across the universe coming towards Earth 38. You can see it taking out some planets along the way in a little clip that they show, absolutely obliterating your anus on the way through, as we do see in the trailer. And that's why the heroes are brought to Earth 38 to, take a stand, make a final stand. I don't know how well it's going to work, and this is where Oliver says, well, we're not going to need a bigger boat, but definitely a bigger team. And this is where we hear the Monitor bring up the Paragons. I don't think he actually says Paragons, but he just talks about 7 heroes across space and time that can save the multiverse. Now, it will be interesting to see if that time aspect of that plays into it. We know there will be some time travel based off set photos, but which heroes could potentially be from the past or the future? Because in Crisis in the comics, heroes are brought from space and time. Like, they go to the 1930s and stuff to get some people. I don't think they go to the future from memory, but they do go in the past. So you would expect them to do this in the TV event as well, or at least honor that by doing some time travel. So I'm intrigued to see what they do there. But we do get to meet the Smallville Clark Kent. Don't see the Smallville Lois Lane in the trailer, but do meet the Smallville Clark Kent. It's really quick. It's Iris, Lois, and the Earth 38 Clark that go meet him. We know his role is fairly small, but let's see what they make of it, and it does seem that he's a Paragon. And speaking of Paragons, we do meet the older Bruce Wayne, who's in an exoskeleton, just like the Kingdom Come version from the comics. Now, Kate and Bruce do recognize each other, which would make you think that maybe this is Earth 1, but we know from a previous trailer that Kate and Kara travel the multiverse together, and they use one of the extrapolated things. So this is probably just a familiar looking Bruce to that of Earth 1, or just maybe a bit older, that Kate does recognize him. And that Kate looks familiar to Bruce, so yeah. But another point in the trailer which is of interest is actually a really quick one. We do see a Superman going down to catch a falling helicopter. Now, the most important thing to note is that this Superman has the yellow S on the cape, which is obviously, the Death of Superman, reference cape that we saw in one of the previous trailers. So this Superman seems like it's going to be one that dies, but I guess the big question is, which Superman is this? Is this, the Kingdom Come version? Is this maybe the Tom Welling version? Does he actually have like a CGI suit moment, like where he doesn't stand there, but he might fly, like jump off to be Superman and then dies or something? Who knows what happens there, but this Superman does have the yellow S on his cape, which is the one that we saw hanging on the pole as if that Superman had died. So who knows what's happening there? Now, one shot that got me actually extremely excited that many people would have skipped over, and that was actually the Shadow Demons. I'm pretty sure these are Shadow Demons here, these like blue creatures. They look pretty crazy, but also different from the comics. In the comics, they're literally like shadows, like flying black shadows, but I think they wanted to make them like a bit more colorful, I guess you could say. So having like the blue there, I think is cool, but they still like the black, sort of almost looking like a time wraith, but it's not a time wraith, and they have the claws and everything, or the long fingers with the nails and stuff. I think they look pretty cool. Interested to see how much they play into the crossover, or if it's just for one scene. Maybe it's just like a quick thing that Anti-Monitor does, sends them there to distract people. But yeah, cool that they're in there, because we weren't 100% sure if they were going to be there. Now we do see Ray Palmer, aka the Atom, being taken away by the Monitor, like using that same effect that we saw on Supergirl on Earth 90 with the Earth 90 Flash from Elseworlds, when, well, he was taken away and put somewhere random, and Supergirl was just sent back to where she started from. I guess the big question here is, like, is he taken away to protect him, or is this just an example of, like, the Monitor clearing Earth 38 because it's about to be destroyed, so taking away the heroes that he might need so they don't die, you know, when the antimatter comes here? I'd assume it's probably the latter, just protecting him, just taking him elsewhere. But you never know. Seeing as the Monitor doing it, I don't think he's killing him. So yeah, I think it's just an example of him clearing Earth 38, just for, you know, so people that are useful don't die. Now, as I was saying before, in regards to reusing shots, they do actually reuse a shot of the Flash from Elseworlds here when Barry becomes the Flash again. You can see, like, the Alex Danvers with the long hair from Elseworlds. So don't get confused by this shot. It is old. Don't know why they used it. Surely they had another shot of the Flash they could use, but they used it anyway. Now, we do see Sarah and Lois Lane in the future Arrow bunker. You can tell by the overgrowth in it. Or it could be maybe of another Earth, who knows. But Brainiac 5 is actually with them. We do see them together in the elevator earlier in the trailer. Now, I guess the big question is, who are they here for? Like, did Mia and maybe the future people get sent back to the future? Or is someone else here, like future Laurel, future Diggle, future Sarah? You know, is there someone else here that they're going to grab? I'm intrigued because, you know, I thought that's the whole reason they brought the future people back to the present, was just so they didn't have to do this. But we're going to the future, at least with this, you know, trio, to get someone. So who knows who we're getting. Now, we do see some Daxamite ships, I think, landing. I'm pretty sure these are Daxamite ships at least. Or it could be reused footage. As I said, there's reused footage already. It's hard to tell. If it is new, then very interesting that they're being involved. Does that mean Mon-El's in Crisis? Who knows? We do have the Flash convincing Black Lightning to help them fight Crisis. Now, this is on the Wave Rider. For those that are you know, confused or unsure where they are, this is the Wave Rider. Now, Black Lightning will have an episode during this week, which will tie into Crisis if you do want to watch that. Before part 3. It's between parts 2 and 3 if you want to watch it. But yeah, I'm just excited to see Black Lightning involved. But we do have the Monitor telling Oliver that it's time, with Oliver saying that it isn't time because the planet hasn't been evacuated yet. And this is when we get this silent shot, like almost a very eerie and creepy shot of Earth 38 just being wiped from existence, almost as if it never existed. There's no signal there, no existence. It's just gone. So I'm interested to see if that's at the end of episode 1, and that's like a big, like, mic drop. I'm intrigued to see what happens there, or if maybe that's like the cliffhanger in episode 3. I don't know. It's going to be interesting. But then we have Pariah finishing off the trailer by saying, "One thing is certain, everything we know, everything there is, and everything there ever was, is doomed." Now, I mean, I am intrigued to see how much Pariah has a role in this crossover, because he's pretty pivotal in Crisis in the comics. But I think he'll have a decent role. I'm excited to see what they do with him. But throughout, when he's like saying this, we do see some bloody Clark Kent glasses, as well as Oliver dropping his bow, obviously alluding to some deaths. Now these bloody Clark Kent glasses could belong to that version of Superman that we see going to catch the helicopter, because they do have that cape with the yellow S on the background that we do see, you know, with the synonymous Death of Superman thing earlier in the trailer, or from another trailer. Who knows what's happening there? Because why would he have the glasses on when he was a Superman? You know what I mean? So I don't know. It could be multiple Superman deaths. Who knows? This was a really good trailer. If this doesn't get you hyped for Crisis, then I don't think anything will, unless someone paid you $100 to watch it or something. Then you might get excited if you weren't already excited. But I love this trailer. Can't wait to see it. You know, under a week until it comes out. I think 5 days from now. Bring it on. But yeah, guys, thanks for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, it'd be awesome if you could drop a like on it shows. Let me know in the comment section down below your various opinions on the trailer. What was your favorite part? You know, what got you excited, all that. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. And yeah, I'll catch you guys later. Goodbye.